Rachel Burkett. I've been at the Wayfarer for 20 years now. My parents first bought the Wayfarer. They bought it 21 years ago, and at that time I wasn't a part of the family. I was a naughty child and I was estranged from my family. I got in quite a lot of trouble. And they bought the Wayfarer and they offered me an invite to the opening night. And I came, and it was the first time really we'd had any contact for many years. In my wild days I'd had jobs waiting on, and at opening night of the Wayfarer I noticed that there was tables needed clearing and stuff needed doing, so I just mucked in and helped, and then the manager said, "Do you want to come back tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll come back tomorrow." Being at the Wayfarer, at first it was just about getting healthy, mentally getting healthy, learning to hold down a job, learning to turn up on time, learning to be reliable. And after about 10 years we had an incident where there was a change in licence, and the manager at the time hadn't applied for the new licence, so the council basically came in and closed us down. It was the 1st of December. One of the chaps who was working here at the time rang me up and he said, "Rach, you need to get down here straight away, the council have shut us down." And there was only me to take charge, so I said okay, and I basically took control of the situation, and that's when I became the manager. And I think it's fair to say that in as much as I've grown the Wayfarer has grown me.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
It's not an easy industry, okay? That one of the biggest problems is it's hard hours. Although you might think the prices are high, actually the pay's not great. So keeping good staff I find really difficult. Especially in our industry now, there's a problem with chefs. There's not very many people want to work as a chef. So lots of places are what they call de-skilling their kitchens. They are, buying more in and simplifying the menus. But we really don't want to do that, because one of the things we stand up for is local produce, fresh food. There's a real creative instinct in me, and I think I put that in through the Wayfarer quite heavily. I want to hold out for that, and I want to hold out for fresh food and good quality food. The beer festival, well, when we had a brewery, you can't have a pub and a brewery and not have a beer festival. That would just be rude. I love the beer festival. It's like such a good atmosphere. It's like a big giant family and everybody just loves each other. It's great. I feel like for that one weekend the community comes together, and people who might have fallen out, then the atmosphere is so full of love. It's like everybody's differences are just forgotten for that time. But when we did the first beer festival, it was such a great success. I think there was a lot of new people came who hadn't known about the Wayfarer before and subsequently have become customers. But additionally, we loved it so much we decided we wanted to do a Christmas market event. The Christmas is great. We have a teepee tent, which is Santa's camp, and Santa sets up in this teepee tent. And we have a nativity trail that goes all the way around the side of the building, and a nativity storyteller who tells the story of baby Jesus and the real meaning of Christmas, and then people go in to see Santa. And inside we have Christmas markets, and that idea was born on the back of the beer festival. So that was I just think it's good that Christmas isn't just about parties and presents. It's actually about loving one another. Family is so important. It's been 20 years, and obviously me and my parents fell out, and that reconciliation, that wasn't like, oh yeah, you go and work at the Wayfarer, right, we're all friends, lovely. That's taken a lot of hard work. There's been times when I've been like, I hate my dad, I want to leave, and there's been times when my dad's been like, oh, she's doing my head in. And learning to live together is actually really difficult, but it is well worth it if you stick out and you're honest with each other and you just stick it out and forgive one another. It's good.